Well, it's your turn to segue into this because I just gave you 3 good ones.
Just wait, we got to. There we go. Ergonomic posture.
You wrecked it.
Oh, because I'm there. I'll slouch a bit.
No, you got to zoom out because I was going to tell you this when you were messing with it. I was sitting like this because I normally catch myself sitting like this. I just look like such an oaf, right?
Is that how you sit at work?
I catch myself because I'm sitting at a computer all day, right?
Yeah, me too.
So anyways, we can talk about that later. But what I was talking about is when you actually sit, I have to even raise this up. If I sit with your back straight and your shoulders back, chest out, that's how you're supposed to be. Arms at a 90-degree angle. And it looks attractive.
Looks like you got a stick shoved up your ass.
No, it's actually healthy. Like this.
Oh, yeah, this is comfy.
Yeah, it's comfy, but like it's so bad for you.
Yeah.
Like every day I have to do the old, crack out, stretch out. You know, I got to work on the stretches for the tennis elbow.
Have you ever worn one of those bra things that like cinch your thing up?
No, but I've been seeing them all over my social media feeds.
Oh.
And I almost ordered one, but then almost every time I order something impulse like that, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
So I try and stop myself. But
how much are they?
This is the thing. There's so many options. See, you're noticing, right? There's so many options that I get overwhelmed. And then I start thinking about the psychology of it. Like, okay, so do they make you think it's better because it's more expensive?
Mm-hmm.
Or are they all like pretty much the same? So a cheaper one would be just as good. Or if I'm going to order a cheap one, am I going to be disappointed? Where if I put the money into it, it'd be worth it.
I think something like that, if you're wearing it all day, the more expensive one will be more comfortable.
Yeah.
I think the cheaper one won't fit as good.
I think it'd be worth a try because I have to get up and do that stretch like so many times a day. Or maybe just like tape a broomstick to me, you know, where you gotta.
That's how they used to do it back in the old days when they're training ladies how to walk.
Oh, yeah.
How to be ladies.
How to be ladies.
Lady training.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever seen that where they, like pageantry training? Like those psycho people in the South? And that's all they do is like train their kids to be,
watch Miss
Honey Boo Boo?
Miss Congeniality, I was going to say. But yeah, when they're little kids. Yeah. Pageants are huge in some places.
Crazy to me.
Well, it is crazy. It's like Best in Show, but for your kids, you know?
Yeah.
Because there's a certain ideal of what they're supposed to be like, these pageant kids. And they all have to do the talent portion. The hair's all fake.
Yeah, just they look like clowns. They got so much makeup on.
Hey, but like honestly, the dance around, like dance is pretty much the same.
It's close. Yeah.
It's close. It's a lot of the same thing. It's just not so much stage performance.
You're not judged off. Well, I guess you're kind of judged off your personality in dance. If you're sassy, you're a better dancer.
I think in dance more I don't know.
But you can definitely tell. I don't go to a lot of kids' dance recitals. But my one niece is in dance, and you can tell, like, if she's out there just like performing the steps, or if they like got some attitude.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, something like that came up today at work. We're talking about, the Olympics and figure skater pairs. And how I think they were talking about is it Tessa Virtue and Scott Moyer?
Yeah.
And they're married. They're both married to other people, right?
Yeah.
And they've been best friends since like age 9 or something.
Yeah.
They've been skating together.
Yeah.
And she was saying, there's no way. Like, how could you have that kind of a close relationship with someone and like their chemistry and their body language on the ice and the way they look at each other and stuff? She's like, she Googles screenshots and we're looking at this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but that's acting. That's what makes them so good at what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because they can act that. Like if you really felt something for someone you spend so much time with, wouldn't you just be with that person? Like, why would you?
That's true.
Yeah,
like figure skating is so weird when they get off the ice and then they sit on the bench.
Yeah.
And they wait for their scores.
Yeah.
And you can tell they're putting on a performance.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they just get there, just sit on the bench all slunched over, like, and like, what? Come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me?
Figure skaters don't act that way.
Well, why can't they?
Well, they can if they want, but generally the type of personality that's a figure skater is much more refined than that.
I don't know.
But that's what...
It would probably
actually, that's what was happening tonight. I was watching... Well, it wasn't live. I was watching it on Gem or whatever, but the men's snowboard cross.
Okay.
So Canada was in this race, I think. I can't remember who else. There's 4 of them. Mm-hmm. And somebody crashed, and the guy that it looked like maybe would have caused the crash won the race. And then they're all waiting at the end, and like the guy that won is like has no idea that anyone thinks he did anything wrong. Yeah. And the other ones are kind of like keeping to themselves, and the one guy comes from down the hill that fell or whatever. Nobody's really talking to the guy that thinks he won, and he's like, yeah, nobody's really cheering, and like it's taking them a long time to review the tape. And here they found him like at fault.
Oh, really? Cut in front of them or something?
It was close. They were going around a corner, and the one guy said, well, that's just racing. And the other guy's like, well, they might flag it or whatever. It turns out, yeah. So they took it away from him.
No.
Yeah.
Well, something like that
happened.
happened.
And that guy was like, what? Like, that's a snowboarder. That's not a figure skater.
I love that.
Yeah.
The reaction, the visceral reaction, because it's real. Mm-hmm. It's real human emotion. Mm-hmm. I think that figure skating, that acting like you're...
But that's what I mean. It's all about the performance.
Fake. Oh, it's just so fake and gross. I just don't like when people are fake. But anyway, that exact same thing happened in speed skating, in long track speed skating. Mm-hmm. It was men's. I think, was it the 1,000 meter? It was. I don't know if it was today or yesterday. And I think he was from.
I can never remember
one of the Norwegian countries. Maybe it was Norway.
Okay.
Maybe he was from Norway. And he was the world champion this year or last year. Uh-huh. And he was racing he was an Asian dude. I don't know what country he was from. Uh-huh. And the guy was in front of him, and this Norwegian guy, because you're supposed to, when you're doing it, you got to like switch from outside lane to inside lane.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's each turn or each second turn. And the guy they were switching, and the Asian dude was coming across him, and the other guy was going in. But they clicked blades, and the guy like stumbled, and he was so mad at that guy. He looked like he was going to punch him, but then he just kind of like punched the air behind the guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was so mad. But it was same thing. It was
so close, and like it's weird when you can actually like take someone out.
Yeah, that's short track speed skating is crazy. Have you seen that?
I haven't watched it.
They just do
recently.
it in a hockey rink, and they have pylons in the middle, and they just go round and round. And there are some crazy crashes in that where their feet will go out from underneath them, and then they'll just go flying into the boards.
Like it's crazy to me that this is
I love it.
Still a thing.
Oh, it's good. I do like that snow cross, that snowboard stuff, because it's intense.
It was new to me. I was surprised. I didn't know that was an event.
Yeah.
And everybody at work today had the game on. Did you guys?
We everybody was watching it on their cell phones because we can't.
Well, we had it on the hallways
won't let us.
in the TVs, but like at the school.
Yeah.
But the volume was off or whatever, and you just in between classes.
Right.
You'd catch it or whatever. But
yeah, they smoked them.
Yeah. Have you noticed all the weird 5-0 scores?
Yeah. The Canada one, or the ladies in ours.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I guess it's just 2.
There's 3.
There's 3?
Yeah. Oh. Well, I thought the ladies got beat 5-0, and then they won 5-0.
Oh, okay.
And then the men won 5-0.
5-0.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not
coincidence.
Not to you?
That's a coincidence.
Okay.
Are you? Yeah, the Olympics is fun.
Okay, this is what I was going to tell you about. Did you see the thing on the guy who like confessed to cheating on his girlfriend?
And then his girlfriend reacted to it.
Okay, so you have to fill me in because I've only ever seen like news shots. I haven't been able to actually check out what it is.
I haven't watched the whole thing either. Same. I think I read something.
So it could be totally made up.
No, it was on some...
You should bring it up on YouTube.
Reputable news sites.
Yeah. So he won he won something, and then they're interviewing him after.
Yeah.
And he says something about 3 months ago, he ruined the best thing in his life by cheating on his girlfriend or something.
Might be able to watch it on YouTube.
I hope so, because I haven't had time to check it out.
Here, let's see if we can get it here. Olympian cheating on girlfriend. It's like the first thing that comes up. Oh, there's was it in the news conference? Oh, no. I think he was being, here it is.
It was just right after his event.
Here, it's a minute long. So
can you see it? Can you show it so that I can see it?
Just wait. Olympian confesses to cheating on his, and then, okay.
What if you could clean your retainer at the touch of a button?
Oh,
No more brushing.
of course there's an ad.
Over 4 years ago, our team of engineers knew there had to be a quicker.
The real story is coming from off the race course.
We have what's being called the strangest post-race interview in Olympic history.
6 months ago, I met the love of my life. I made the biggest mistake of my life and cheated on her.
That interview got a lot of attention from all of us.
Oh, this is just a news thing.
An Olympian at the Winter Games in Italy, dividing fans across the globe after his emotional post-race confession.
Today I made the choice to tell the world what I did.
Did he win? Yeah. He won the thing. You can't just go tell everybody that I cheated. Okay.
Some kind of weird truth
after winning bronze. You know what?
What I wanted to see was the reaction of the person who was interviewing him.
Oh, yeah.
Because, how would you react to that?
Okay, do you think that was just a publicity stunt to try to go viral?
For what, though?
Why would you tell everybody that after winning a medal?
You're probably in a very delicate emotional state, honestly. I don't know, he's obviously been hanging on to that for a long time. And then all this pressure that's been on you for so long to, perform. And then all of a sudden it's over and you get this big release. You got third place in Olympics, you're flying high, but you still feel the guilt. You got to get it off your chest.
I wonder, yeah.
Do you think he wanted her back, or what was
I think he was still with her.
He said ex-girlfriend.
Oh, is it ex-girlfriend?
Well, you said you saw her reaction.
No, I read something that I just read the headline: Olympian confesses to cheating on his girlfriend. Do you think it'll come out in a month or something? Yeah, they were both in on it.
No, nobody's going to care in 2 days.
Yeah, exactly. The news cycle.
And that's crazy like that.
That's pretty.
Look at all the shit that's going on with Trump and all that. And it's like, ooh, the hockey game's on. Yeah. And everyone just fucking forgets
about it. Yeah.
And it's almost scary because it's like there's so much coming at you at all times that at some point you just got to you box it off. Well, and then like we talked about last episode about you can't. It's funny because the girls at work have been talking about this lots, and they probably didn't watch our podcast. Of course not.
But they've been talking about lots. You can't believe anything you see on the internet or read on the internet. Mm-hmm. You got to be such a good fact checker. You have to spend 3/4 of your day fact checking all these news stories and TikToks and Instagrams.
Well, this is the problem, because when you start just assuming that everything is false, then you get something like this Trump situation, and then everyone wants to be like, oh, it's just a hoax, whatever, you can make that stuff up. But then nothing gets held to the light.
Right.
But
a lot of it does on Twitter. Like if you go through the depths of Twitter and go down the rabbit holes,
you'll find the light.
It's in there somewhere. Some of it's... Not all of it can be fake. There's got to be I think a lot of it has, that was the whole thing behind, because people wanted to, I don't know if it was the States or if it was somewhere, one of these countries wanted to make it so you can't post anonymously. You have to say who you are. Mm. But the argument against that is, well, then you will eliminate all whistleblowers. So if a company or somebody's doing something really shady and somebody wants to expose that, but they don't want to, they don't want to fear for their life. Because some people, like if you outed a super multi-billion-dollar corporation for doing something shady, you're probably going to get killed.
Well, I think that's happened multiple times. There's enough documentaries to prove that.
Right. So I think you have to have anonymous, be able to post things online anonymously for that reason. But yeah, but if we're talking about Tisdale Rant and Rave and people are just going on there and saying ludicrous things about people in their community, I think those people can't post anonymously.
Everyone knows exactly who it is anyway.
What's that? Of course, I'm not on it, but are we dating the same guy thing?
Yeah.
Have we talked about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean, of course you're not on it? How do you know so much about it then?
Well, because the girls at work always talk about it. It's like anonymous user 4583 says that this guy is a real piece of shit. Yeah. Okay, who's anonymous 4563? Is it somebody that's scorned because the guy broke up with them, or?
It could be any situation. That's the trouble, is like, that's life in general. You have to fuck around yourself to find out. Right. You know, you can't just take someone else's word for it. I don't know. That's what I've learned. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. You just got to figure it out for yourself.
It's one of those things, though, whether
my truth is not always your truth, you know? Yeah.
Your reputation is a very fragile and delicate thing.
What do you mean? Mine personally?
No, anybody's. And some people just don't give a shit what people say about them, or that, like getting canceled.
Well, that's the problem. There's a difference between giving a shit what people think of you and taking the risk to get fired from your livelihood. Like back in the day, you could say something in a bar room of people and those people would be mad at you. Now you say it, someone's videoing you and the whole world sees it, and you said something that pissed the whole world off, you're going to have a pretty hard time. And
well, did you hear about what's happening over in the UK?
Well, what now?
So they are cracking down on, like, they're putting people in jail for social media posts. Like things they say online.
Like what type of things?
Like say you go online and you say something that's anti-immigration. And it's against the government, like the government's pro-immigration, right? So if you say something like, I think we shouldn't be letting these, name a country, Zimbabweans into our country. They can find you and put you in jail. And now it's going even further, where they can find you. You can be jailed for like saying something slanderous in a bar. Like if you they have this tattletale law, so that if you're in a bar and you're talking to your buddy having a beer and you're saying something that's maybe a little offside, like racist or against immigrations or something, they can report you and you can go to jail.
This is why nobody goes out anymore.
Christ.
Honestly.
That's insane.
This is the reason that nobody wants anything to do with anybody else anymore. For the most part, it's just like, you can't trust anybody. You can't let loose. You can't relax. And people will say, there's a difference between relaxing and using racial slurs or whatever. But that's not what I'm saying. It's like the fact of everyone has the right to feel comfortable and safe, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's wrong.
I think even
the wrong way to put it.
Right.
I think that's the wrong way to put it. What am I trying to say?
I think, you want to feel comfortable around the people that you're with, that you're one thing.
I'm not saying that you should be able to use racial slurs.
Well, and another thing, like, and I even see that in our own group of friends. If you say something completely offside, we're very good at, like, hey, like, whoa, come on. Like if it's something like blatantly racist and somebody says something like that, I think society in general is starting to call people out on that.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Like, whoa, hey, ooh.
I feel like there's a lot more, like...
You don't need the government to put you in jail because of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
That's what I'm trying to say, is like, there has to be cut and dry laws. Like...
No, I don't think so.
What is legal? What is illegal? How can they just put you in jail for something that's not illegal?
Right, free speech. Like if you obviously in the UK they don't have free speech laws, whereas in America, and we don't have them in Canada. If you say something shitty in Canada,
it's the hate speech thing.
But what's hate speech? Like if I say something that's offensive that you think is offensive, it just might be you that thinks it's offensive. Maybe the other 3 people in the room are like, that's not offensive.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
So who determines that? The government?
That's what I'm saying. It's not clear, cut, and dry. And that's the thing that makes me feel a little oogly boogly. I don't like that.
Whereas if you say, because when, like free speech, like when Martin Luther King, who was basically like brought in the civil rights laws and was the, black people in America got a lot more freedoms because of what he did, right? And just what he existed, and he was out and he was giving all these speeches. But anyways, he always, I think it was him that said, if I'm out here doing these things and saying these things for free speech, we have to allow like Nazis to be able to speak about what they feel too, right? Like we just can't say, well, you got to put them all, like even like, the KKK, right? You just can't, like they have to be able to say what they want to say too. And then how you determine like bad speech should be thwarted by better speech, right? Like you should be able to have a debate about it. Like if somebody says, we got to put all the blacks in the camp and stuff like that. And you have to have somebody to be able to say, no, that's a terrible viewpoint, and this is why. And then you go back and forth, and then
yeah, I know, but the problem ensues when you don't agree,
right?
And the one side is about peaceful movement, and the other side is violent movement.
Well, yes, yeah. When both sides can be violent,
and that's where law comes.
Well, in the left,
whatever's a certain violation of the law is wrong.
Yeah, but what is the law?
That's what I'm saying.
Like when you're talking about left and right, like the far left used to be like hippies and everybody's like for free love, man, and we got to be compassionate and, love, not war. And now they're the ones that are inciting all the violence, right? Whereas the right is like, whoa, let's be the side of like common sense here, and let's not get our panties in a bunch.
I don't know. I don't want to comment on anything political, to be honest. I just it blows my mind. I think everyone needs to. I think maybe the best thing would be if government started making everything illegal online. Fuck it. Let's all go offline. People need to go offline. People need to go back to just worrying about who's in their neighborhood, not who's in their
but that's
convention of North America and who's taking over Greenland. Like it's like we're all spending so much time obsessed and worrying about all these things that we have no real control over. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But
right.
What we do have control over is how our neighbors feel and how happy we are in our communities and how satisfied we are in our jobs and how healthy our families are. We have control over those things. Mm-hmm. And so I wish that people would focus more attention on what's right here than getting overwhelmed and worrying about all the shit out here that you have no fucking control over, but it feels better to you to worry about it because you know there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, and then when you focus on the world and politics worldwide, then your problems don't seem as trite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's displacement.
And it's almost
detachment.
Yeah, it's an escape.
Yeah. From your own reality that's hitting you right in the face that you can do something about.
If I worry about Israeli and the Palestinians, then I don't have to worry about my kid not making the AA team. Right? Like
I don't think you have to worry about that anyways. That's the fucking last thing anyone should be worrying about. Jeez. But that's what I mean. I mean, worry about who's going to be coaching your kids' team and if they're going to have healthy, athletic pastime. Worry about that. Yeah. Don't worry about... I don't even know where to begin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I feel the same way. I just don't
I actually
like.
have to have that reminder conversation with myself of like when I start getting overwhelmed and what's on the news and what's in my feed and what's on the TV and what's everybody talking about. I have to just like,
Yeah.
How do I feel right now? How's my posture?
Right. What's a good song that I just listened to the
Exactly.
other day? Yeah, that like what makes you feel good.
Yeah, like when I came over here, I have to get a good song, and I'm like, you know,
You got to warm the butter.
and I want to share it with somebody, you know, like listen to this song, and it's like something happy and positive that you're talking about, not like, oh, did you see what Trump did again? Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
You know, let's focus on the music.
Right. Listen to the music.
Like my grandpa used to have band practice in his basement, you know, once or twice a week. Everybody would come over, bring their instruments, and they're just.
And then they went dancing on the weekends.
Exactly. Yep. Actually, a lot of his life was about music. He shared that with me. We lived in the same yard, and I was kind of musical, and I liked that kind of stuff. And he would sit in his basement and new songs, like you couldn't just go on the internet and figure out what the lyrics were.
Right.
Or the tune or anything. He had an ear for music and he could pick that out, and I had it too. So if he couldn't, he'd listen to the same line over and over again. What are they saying? What are they saying? So I'd come over and we'd try and figure out what the lyrics were.
Transcribing the lyrics.
Yeah, and then like picking out the tune and stuff. It was funny always because he, in his handwriting, he would have written down like, if I had $1 million, you know.
I always like those misheard lyrics or
Yeah.
Yeah, those are funny. Okay, speaking of music, it's a little political, but not. So the Bad Bunny thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We both thought it was awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a vibe.
Okay,
to
be honest, at first,
Yeah.
me and Luke were sitting there, and at first, my first reaction was like that negative, like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But then I was like, okay, like, this is pretty awesome. Like, the choreography was amazing. Like, the
Yes.
vibe was awesome. The performances were awesome. Everything flowed, like, the camera angles.
great.
It was great.
It was one of the best, I think.
It was so entertaining.
It was entertaining. That's what so
That was a real wedding at it.
was it a real wedding?
It was, because I was sitting there with Luke. I'm like, because it looked like they looked like genuinely like, oh my God, we're getting married right now.
Yeah.
I was like, do you think that was a real wedding? No, it couldn't have been. I was like, I bet you they had some kind of competition.
That's
or something.
cool.
But the story I heard was that they had asked him to play at their wedding or something, and he's like, no, I won't do that. But do you guys want to come get married on the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
In front of hundreds of millions of people.
Yeah.
Like I think they said 133 million people watched that.
I thought it was great.
So I seen a Jon Stewart clip on Instagram, and he said, "Okay, so there's all these people sitting at home, and they're having an argument with their spouse. I can't understand a word he's saying."
Oh yeah.
And then he cuts to the Kid Rock
Yeah.
thing, and it's like, "Ball with the ball, the bang, and bang, diggy, 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 such a buggy, such a ball." And he goes back to Jon Stewart, and he's like, "Are you kidding me?" That's your big argument for not liking the halftime show, is you couldn't understand a word he was saying.
I could tell by all the arguments I saw online that the people that were pissed off about it were pissed off before it even happened,
Yeah.
and they had their arguments
Yeah.
ready, and it's just
Exactly.
like, can you just enjoy the beat?
My team doesn't like it, so I don't like it either.
And like, so what if you can't understand what he's saying? Like, I listen to so much rap music that I don't know what they're
Exactly,
saying. It's
yes.
not about the lyrics
It's
most
about
of
the
the
vibe.
time.
It's how does it make you feel?
Yeah.
You know, and maybe and then I said that in my Facebook post. It's like, if you didn't like it, that's okay too. Like if Latin music isn't your thing, because it's not for everybody, just
Well-
the same as like heavy metal isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
I love Tool, right? Like if Tool or name another band,
Nazareth.
sure, was playing the halftime show, I'd be like, or like, not everybody loves Pearl Jam. I love
Yeah.
Pearl Jam. If they played the halftime show, I'd like it too, and they'd get a bunch of hate. Like, it's just,
I know. You can't please everyone.
you can't please everybody.
And he knew that. Like, nobody expected
pleased a lot of
everyone to love
people.
it. What went down with the Kid Rock one? Did you watch it? Like, where was it even aired?
It was on it was on Truth Social's YouTube page, I think, and maybe like C-SPAN, the government channel down in the States. I think they said like 4 or 5 million people watched it live.
Oh, yeah.
And 133 people watched Bad Bunny's.
133 million.
Million, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I thought it was great. And there was some people that were giving the NFL flack for getting Bad Bunny because he is an American. Well, he is American. He's Puerto Rican. Puerto Rico is a part of America. But anyways, they were saying like, oh, he's not from the United States of America. Why would you get him? He's the biggest music star in the world right now. Currently, like, Google it. Who's the biggest music star in the world? Bad Bunny. That's not even close. And Roger Goodell, who's the commissioner of the NFL, like, since he's had the job, his whole mandate has been to, like, grow the league fan base globally, right? Like, we got to, instead of just being for people that live in the United States, like, there's 6 billion people in the world. How do we get a little chunk of that watching the NFL? Well, that's one way to do it. Get the biggest music star in the world to perform the halftime show.
And Lady Gaga. Although I didn't love her version of that song that she sang that night.
Okay. I didn't know the song. Is it a famous song?
I've heard it. I can't remember what song it was, but I've heard it lots before, but it was like arranged differently this time.
Oh, okay.
But she's amazing. Her voice is amazing.
Yeah, she's so good.
I loved it all.
And she can sing anything.
Yeah.
Latin, jazz,
yeah,
rap. Did you hear her sing? She sang with Metallica at one of the award shows.
Oh.
It was so good.
Oh, it would have been. Hey?
She was singing heavy metal out there.
Anyone with that kind of power and control in their voice is just...
She just oozes talent. That's why that show...
and confidence.
What was that show with her and Bradley Cooper? A Star Is Born?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
She's so good in that.
I love that movie.
Anytime she sings, you're like, wow.
I know.
And the way they produced it.
Yeah.
Like when he first, I don't know what kind of music, it was Latin. No, it was kind of like show tuney stuff where he recognizes her and in the bar, or not recognizes her, but sees her for the first time in the bar. And just the way they did that scene and the way she sang that song was like, whoa.
I'll have to go back and watch it.
Because she didn't sing English. It wasn't an English song. But it didn't matter. Like, that's how good she is.
Another one I was telling somebody about the other day was that Daisy Jones and the Six. That was good.
I love that show.
Because I still have those songs on my playlist.
Okay.
Like way far down from back when. But when I put it on shuffle, it'll come up again. I'm like, oh, I got to watch that again.
Every once in a while watching YouTube, a little clip will come up of like them doing that festival.
Yeah.
That song when they played that song.
Yeah.
Or like Daisy and what's his name in it? The guy's name. I forget.
I forget too.
But like when they do their first song together and just like the chemistry and the magic and then the whole band.
Yeah.
You could see it in their eyes. You're like, oh shit.
And it's
crazy. We're going to be huge.
It's crazy because it's such a thing.
Yeah.
Like it's happened. Like that's a moment that happens in human beings. That's such a phenomenon, right?
Yeah. And you just gel together.
Yeah.
It's effortless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been part of that?
No.
Any baseball teams?
No, I don't think so. I've had conversations with people where you get that feeling where it just flows. It's not forced. It's good, and it's good back and forth. Yeah. Doesn't happen all the time. But every once in a while.
There's always like that awkward, like I hate trying to make conversation in an elevator. Do you ever do that?
That's the most awkward small talk of all time.
Oh, you're just stuck there. And it's more awkward if it's silent.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, how many floors do we have? If it's 3, I'll shut up. If it's like 6, I'm going to have to ask what they're in town for.
Where's the pool in this place?
Been here long?
Yeah. But once you do crack it, then it's much better. It's kind of more comfortable.
Sometimes it's just weird.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever had an awkward experience where the person is just like looking at you like...
Just like, go away?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I don't think so. It is weird though being in it. Yeah, especially when there's just two, you and one other person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's weird.
Or it could be like in all those scenes in all the doctor shows where the elevator doors close and it's just instant chemistry and you just start making out maniacally and then it dings and you're just magically like acting like nothing happened.
What's that one movie? It's a movie.
It's like always a scene. Like, why is that a thing? Has that ever happened to anyone ever?
Yeah.
Like when you get in an elevator and you just, oh my God, I can't keep my hands off this person till the next floor.
Maybe. There's this one movie, I don't know if it's Patrick Dempsey, but he gets into an elevator. And then
it was probably on Grey's Anatomy.
And then his ex-wife gets in, and then his girlfriend gets in, and then his mistress gets in.
That was probably in Grey's.
Probably. And then his buddy gets in and sees who's all in the elevator. He's like, oh. It probably was Grey's. Yeah, I don't watch Grey's, but that would make sense. 'Cause he was kind of a womanizer in that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the doctors always are.
Yeah.
Okay.
George Clooney.
I took this screenshot when I was mindlessly scrolling, and I was like, what are we going to talk about? And this came across. Should have brought my reading glasses. I have them now. Okay. Man has officially set a Guinness World Record after delivering an astonishing 40-second nonstop fart. Think about how long 40 seconds is. The unbelievable moment, equal parts funny and shocking, has left people around the globe stunned. Beyond being a strange achievement, it's a bizarre reminder of just how far human determination and flatulence can go in the pursuit of record books. Like, he must train his asshole.
That mic keeps turning on you to the side. Just pull a little more cord out there. There you go.
That's what I'm trying to fix.
There you go. That's wild.
Dedication to train your butt to do that?
Without pooping yourself?
Yeah. Like, I wonder.
Because would you have to push for 40 seconds?
No, because you'd have to do the opposite. You'd have to slow release, because if you pushed, it could never last 40 seconds.
All right. I want to hear it. Do you think there's a
Look
video?
it up. Look it up. Look it up.
Okay, let's see what's up.
Because, like, okay, what kind of things would build that amount of gas? Like, do you think he's eating a lot of fiber? Do you think he's, like, swallowing a lot of air? What do you, I wonder what the strategy would be there. Should I ask ChatGPT?
40-second fart. You broke the Guinness book. Oh, here we go.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. This is it. Okay, the clip is 54 seconds long. Here we go, everybody. Are you ready for this? There's probably going to be an ad.
I can't wait.
Oh, no. Oh, it's on. I don't want to watch on Facebook. I guess we can. Fuck it. Oh.
It's got to be on YouTube if it's on Facebook.
Yeah. It must be Instagram.
That was so anticlimactic. What is the best strategy for building up enough gas for a 40-second fart? Why are farts so funny?
Computer quit working. Here we go. 40 seconds.
Okay, I got ChatGPT's advice. There it is.
Oh, but it's on Facebook.
There's a YouTube. Or is he reacting to it?
It's a reaction to it.
There's got to be a way. Okay, while you figure out how to play it, I'm going to read you what ChatGPT says. The strategy. Okay. Number 1, feed the fermentation factory. Gas is made when gut bacteria throw a banquet. The guest list that really gets them dancing is beans and lentils, broccoli, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, onions, dairy if you're lactose intolerant, and carbonated drinks. Number 2, swallowing air. Drinking fizzy drinks, chewing gum, eating fast, or talking while eating. Number 3, timing. Gas builds over several hours after eating. It's less like flipping a switch and more like waiting for bread dough to rise. Except the oven is your intestines. Okay, here. Important reality check. A continuous 40-second fart is actually uncommon. Most are short bursts. Even dramatic ones are usually a few seconds at a time. If someone seems to break records, it's often a series of rapid-fire releases rather than one unbroken note. What was that?
I think that's it.
That's the 40-second fart?
No, that was the start of it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Man breaks Guinness World Record.
Una persona llamando cae ronronea. Que siga. No puedo creer. Que siga. No pares. Amigo, te son recorrido.
He's starting to strain.
Esto no es joda, chico.
Oh.
Amigo.
Big finish.
No pares, está rompiendo el récord, no pares. Ay.
I want to know what those shorts look like. There's definitely some poo particles coming out of that.
Oh.
Right? Do you think he was wearing like tighty whities?
I don't know. What works best for you to get the best fart sound?
I don't know. No comment.
Yeah. So there you go. You're welcome.
What do you guys talk about on your podcast?
Breaking world records.
Yeah. That was a Guinness Book of World Record. Another cool, but like I liked when I was young reading the Guinness Book of World Records, but remember Ripley's Believe It or Not? Mm-hmm. They had just like the weirdest shit in there. We got Jet one of those books for Christmas like a few years ago. Yeah.
I remember from the Guinness books when we were younger, there's always like the long fingernail.
Oh, people. Yeah, that's gross.
Like 8 feet long fingernails and toenails.
Yeah, no.
Speaking of fizzy drinks, this carbonation is terrible, but God, it makes me happy.
Oh, I love the bubbles in your mouth.
It keeps me going. Mm-hmm. 2 a day. 1 at lunch, 1 after supper.
I'm 2 or 3 a day, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing how many people don't like it.
Well, I can see why, because a lot of people's taste buds are trained for very sweet sodas.
Yeah.
And that's why I like it, because I can't handle that sweet, sugary, sticky. Mm-hmm. Like, I hardly ever have Pepsi unless I have the odd whiskey or whatever, and it's pressed so much that you barely taste the pop. But to actually drink a soft drink, because even if you get a burger at a fast food place, the drink they give you is not real pop. It's just like, it's the syrup and it's got a little carbonation, but it's mostly watered down, and it's not the same as when you just take those first like 3 or 4 chugs from a Pepsi.
And it just fizz.
When you just cracked it and you like chug it and it tastes so good and it like tickles and burns your throat going down, and you feel the bubbles in your nose, and it's just like a flavor explosion. Mm-hmm. But then after that, it's like almost like the first drag of cigarette, what people say too, right? Mm-hmm. But then like the next couple drinks of Pepsi, it's like, it's too sweet, I'm done with that.
That's the only shitty thing about when you press a drink. It takes all the fizz out of it. You notice that?
Yeah, but I'd rather have
the not as much sugar.
Yeah.
That's I like bubbly, and if I'm gonna have bubbly and vodka is
remember when we were doing the bubbly and the pink gin?
Yes.
That was so good.
Yeah.
The Gordons. That was actually dangerous because you can't taste it.
No.
It almost tastes like nothing. It's like a little cloud of.
But those were good because the carbonation stayed in the cocktail.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's why they were dangerous, because they were so good. Yes. And not good in a way that like a Paralyzer is good. Like a Paralyzer is delicious, but you can't pound them. Like you can't have a bunch.
Yeah, you can.
Ugh.
But
Back in the day when we used to drink the pitchers, all the bars had Paralyzer pitchers.
Those mini pitchers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, what is it about? It's not, it's like, it's not savory.
No.
It's definitely satisfying.
Rich.
Yeah, rich. Mm-hmm. Rich, maybe. Yeah.
Delicious.
It is good. Paralyzers. Yeah, they're good. I want one now.
Are you going to the Rambler game tomorrow night?
Who they playing?
Jansen.
Yeah, I should go.
Second round, first game.
Yeah. I went to the first round game against Hudson Bay.
I know. I was there.
You were there.
Sitting right behind you.
Yeah. Oh, no, you were only there for like the first period.
No, we missed almost the whole first period because we thought the game started
I'm thinking
later.
Of a different game.
But we were there for the last 2 periods. But you guys went to the bar after, and we didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I think I probably will.
I was thinking about going.
I went last Friday. I went to that Chris Klein played in the bar.
Oh yeah, how was that?
He was really good.
Yeah, I bet.
I kind of felt bad though because there's only like 15 people in there.
That's because of hockey.
Well,
honestly,
no,
you can hate it, but it's true.
How many people live in this town?
True.
3,000. And how many people were away for hockey? 50? 100?
50 for one team.
No.
There's a lot of people that leave for hockey.
I'll give people 400 people were away for hockey on the weekend. Mm-hmm. That's 2,500 more people.
Well, what's your demographics? Those are the people in the age group that are going to the bars.
It was, but you don't, something like that is, that's not going out to the bar and drinking on a Friday night. That's going to see live music.
Yeah.
It was great.
But there's so many people like me that would have happily went and loved to go, but you can't.
No,
literally not in the.
That's why you weren't there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people that were in town that were just at home because you can go. There was no cover charge. Mm-hmm. You can go to. The nice thing I like about a live band is you can go there and you don't feel pressured to drink. Right, like if you're sitting around with your group of friends and everybody's having beers, it's like, oh, let's get another round, right? Whereas if there's somebody performing on the stage, you can just kind of blend because you can't really talk a whole lot. You can't sit there and have a conversation.
Well, and that's
sip on water.
That's something a lot of people don't like about going to a band in a bar because you can't have conversation.
Yeah, but
a lot of people don't like just going and sitting there and watching the band bang away.
But there's a lot of people that love live music and they're like, I never get to see live music anymore. Well, then the 5 times there's live music in Tisdale, and
then they
one
don't.
Of them is
then they don't really love live music.
There's 15 people.
They used to love live music. I don't know. People change. It's hard. It's a hard thing. That's what I'm going back to. What I was saying about just focusing on what's going on in your own kitchen, kind of thing. You know, back when we did that, everyone got together because that's how you found out what was going on, and that's the only thing that was going on was what was going on in your own town. Mm-hmm. You didn't care what was going on in Regina. You know. People weren't fucking off to Rider games every weekend back then either. You know what I'm saying? Like, people stayed local.
Yeah.
Even hockey tournaments were within a half an hour range. An hour, maybe. Nobody was getting hotel rooms for kids' hockey tournaments.
No.
Back in the day. Maybe once a year when you got to, like, an older team.
Yeah.
But now it's like everyone... Let's leave and spend money. Leave and spend money.
A lot of money, too.
Oh, man. This is you want to hear what my last weekend was like? Okay. So, Jets U18 team had a tournament in PA. Mm-hmm. So, we played 8 o'clock Friday night. So, got a hotel room that night. Didn't play till 12:30 the next day. Okay, fair enough. So we go to the 12:30 game. That's the only game that day.
Really?
Play again the next day at 9 a.m. But this is the kicker. So we hang around 12:30, done the game at 2:30, hang around, go for early supper, fuck around at the hotel, whatever, parents party, kids party, whatever. 9 o'clock game the next morning. So Jet gets back to the hotel room from playing video games or something with his buddy, 10:30 at night, early. Starts puking at 11. Puked all night long. Didn't make the 9 o'clock game.
No.
Starts freezing rain. We go home. They went to the A final. They lost in the A final. But played at 2:30. We're done playing hockey
was on
at
Friday?
At 2:30 on Saturday. We were done playing hockey. Starts puking at 11 o'clock at night till 5 in the morning. And then he was sick for 2 days.
Oh, yeah.
But paid 2 nights hotel in PA, sat around the hotel room, nothing to do, just oh God.
Sick kid.
Oh, yeah. Time of my life.
Oh, man. That sucks.
Yeah. It was shitty for Jet, too,
Yeah,
whatever.
shitty for everybody.
Speaking of that, they had their last league home game. Last league game
I seen all the
of the year last night.
pictures on Facebook. Yeah. Cool.
So I've got my little fledgling skater that hated. I put him in learn to skate in Sylvania, and he fucking hated it. He was 3 years old. He would scream and cry every time we'd put him on the ice.
Yeah.
He would lay there. He hated it. Eventually got a little better, and then started playing hockey, and goes on from there. But it's so crazy how it does go so fast. And when you're in the trenches and they're the U9s or whatever it is, team that has to practice at 7 in the morning or something, and you got to put their equipment on for them all the time when they're little, and everything's just hanging around rinks and whatever, and it seems like a pain in the ass half the time, but then they're done and you never get to see them play very often anymore. And
yeah, and eventually it'll be never. You'll never see them play again.
Steve.
I'll be gone.
It's true though. It was the same with us, even with all our sports, not just hockey, but with me and Janelle with our ball too. Parents used to travel to Saskatoon to watch us play when we were 30 just to see us play again.
Well, you think of your life. Say you live till you're 80 years old. That's a good goal to set. 80, 85. 15 years is a short amount of your life, right? So if your Jet's from the time he's 3 till 18, going and watching hockey and stuff like that, that's not very long.
No, but to a mother, it's everything.
Yeah.
Those years that you are solely in charge of this human being.
Yeah.
Getting
them up, getting them there.
Everything. It's crazy.
Giving him $5 so he can go buy those sticky toys and the.
Yeah, I know.
I love going to the rink and seeing all those little kids just fucking around,
wasting money.
No, in the foyer, just playing soccer or mini sticks and stuff, and they're just
living it up,
just being
rink
kids.
Yeah.
I love seeing that.
Yeah,
yeah,
me too. Hard to get mad at a rink rat.
Yeah, it's the best. Or even when. Because I'll be there with some of my friends, and they'll be watching, say, a Trojan game.
Yeah.
And their kids will be there, and the kids are 3 to 8.
Yeah.
And they can give 2 shits about the Trojan game.
Yeah.
They just want to run around the rink with their buddies.
That was me. I was that kid. Yeah.
Yeah. Eat candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even as you got older, then I was the girl that wanted to go and watch all the cute boys on my brother's hockey team,
Yeah.
But then, for my whole life, I've been in rinks, but never paid attention to the game, ever. So even now, I watch my kids' game, but I don't know all the rules. I don't know what all the signs mean for everything. So I'm just it's like football. It's like a movie that goes by, and I'm not really soaking it in. It's when people talk about reading and reading 10 pages and nothing soaked in.
Yeah.
That's me watching hockey. I know what's going on vaguely, but don't ask me too many details.
What was the score? I don't know.
Yeah, honestly.
I think we won.
Yeah, we won, but I can't remember what the score was. And it's just it's in and out.
Yeah. Yeah, cherish it because it's going to be gone.
I know. When I complain about
That's
having to drive Luke because he's playing out of town,
right.
I try and remind myself it's fleeting.
Yeah.
It's not forever.
And I always think, too, my friends, it's like, you get mad at them because you never see them. But no, they're in it. They're in the trenches, like you said.
You
can't be mad at that.
No, and you wouldn't trade that for anything because it's such a short, like it just slips through your fingers.
Yeah. It's 15 years.
It's so short.
Of your life.
Yeah. And there's times where it feels like it's lasting forever, and then you wish you had that back. Mm-hmm. They just get only more expensive as they get older.
the only thing that...
The problems get bigger and more expensive.
I say you have to enjoy it and you have to do it. Go to the games, go to the practices, do all that stuff. But the only thing where... I guess the only issue I have is when somebody only identifies as a hockey parent, right? And then it's over. Mm-hmm. And then you went through that whole 15 years of like, that's like your whole social circle, all your friends, your kid, you were there every time, and that's all you did. And now you're kind of lost.
Yeah. But also the other side of it is at least that was someone who showed so much passion for something and like completely immersed themselves in it. And then, so now that's over. You have like you take a little breather, you figure it out, and then you throw yourself into something else. Like, But
what if you can't? What if like you see that a lot with people that work their whole lives and then they quit working and then they're just like, well, now I just might as well die because I don't know what else I'm going to do with my life.
Yeah. And I agree with you. It's good to have balance in all things. And sometimes it's hard to have that balance. You get obsessed with things.
Like you're right. Your life shouldn't just, it can, but I don't think it's healthy for your life to just revolve around one thing and one thing only.
Okay, but flip side of it, devil's advocate, that's what someone could say about your lifestyle. Your life only revolves around one thing only, and that's yourself, right?
No, but I do a lot of things, a lot of different things.
But that's what I mean. Like you're only focusing on your own life and the things that, like, and as you should be, because that's your life. I'm not saying there's anything bad about that, but it's just that's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Is that you choose where your focus goes.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm not saying don't focus on your kids and only your kids, but and you're starting to see it a lot more and more where the kids, that's all they do is play hockey.
Some.
For 11 months of the year.
Some.
More and more.
Not all.
Right, some, but there is some. And then it's like I'm just a hockey dad. That's all I am. Mm-hmm. I'm a hockey dad, and I don't do anything else. I'm just a hockey dad. Mm-hmm. It's like,
maybe we should interview a hockey dad. Honestly,
maybe we should. Yeah, get a hockey dad on, get somebody to admit that that's all they do. Life is,
and like it's not all a terrible thing.
No, it's not. No,
like I feel like we kind of sit here sometimes.
I am being a little judgy,
and I'm bad that way. Like I'm not a huge fan of the whole hockey culture and like do it till you die kind of thing. But there must be something to it because so many people are so passionate about it and love it so much and do love going to all of it. But I think there's dark sides of everything where it's whenever anything is out of balance, and that happens in a lot more than just hockey. But I do agree with you, but I think it would be...
I'm picking on hockey because that's the thing that we most associate with in Tisdale, Saskatchewan. We see the most of. If we lived in Texas, there would be football dads.
For sure.
And if we lived in...
Or pageant moms. Or pageant dads.
If we lived in northern Saskatchewan, it'd be skidoo dads. Yeah. They'd just be skidooing all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, pageant, exactly.
I think what you're saying, long story short, is balance is good. And it's good to have a little bit of everything. And so a lot of times as a parent, it's hard. It's a really hard thing to do. Like you may want balance really badly, but it's just sometimes not an option, or it's sometimes not a feasible option.
Well, there's always a sacrifice that has to be made. If you want a balanced lifestyle, you're going to have to sacrifice hockey time, or if you want to just be only hockey, you're going to have to sacrifice going on the ski trip once a year. Mm-hmm.
Life's not easy, whichever way you melt the butter.
And the thing that makes it even harder is when you bring money into it.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford to do everything.
Well, and they're talking about hockey getting to be such an expensive game, and it is. But I mean, so is everything else.
Everything's expensive.
It's not just one sport got expensive. It's everything's mental.
Yeah, if you want,
honestly, parts for vehicles.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Like food, everything.
Yeah.
Hotels.
Yeah. Concerts.
Vehicles.
How many times have we talked about when you used to be able to go to a concert for $40?
I know.
And now you can't go to a good one for under $300.
$600.
It's insane.
Like, never did I ever think that you and I would pass up seeing Red Clay Strays.
Yeah.
We're too fucking cheap.
We were. But fuck, like $300.
Well, it was the same thing with Jordy Kiefer when I wanted to take Mercedes. And then I'm like, I can't pay that. And then it's like, well, I don't know. Then you can go and blow $400 on a hotel room in PA for 2 nights and you're bunked.
But
anyways.
it's a little different because you feel like you have to do the hotel in PA for $400, whereas the one like the Jordy Kiefer concert,
however,
you don't have to do it.
No, but I didn't have to do the hotel in PA. We could have drove home and whatever, made it work. But I did it because it was something I did for my son.
Right.
The Jordy Kiefer would have been something I did for my daughter. But because it's a sport, it feels like
there's more pressure to
pressure and almost, I don't know, you know what I mean though? Like it's just like, oh, like this is just what you do.
Right.
And it's not, doesn't seem like a splurge. It's just like an expense built into like life.
Yeah.
But yet
it's
taking
like buying groceries.
Taking my daughter for a fun weekend, that's too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to, when you think, how much money do I spend on hockey alone?
Right.
Stupid. How much money do I spend on doing something fun with Mercedes? We'll go to a Value Village and be like, ooh, we spent $100. You know?
I think we spent too much. Should we take half of this back? Yeah. Yeah, man. Life. It's cool talk. I like talking about it though. Because the more you talk about it, because I sit here and I think about things and the way I see the world. And I like talking to somebody like you that, because if you only talk to, like if I only talk to single 40-year-old dudes like that, and I've never been divorced, you know, that are divorced, but that's all I hung out with all the time, I would have a totally different perspective of life. Or just maybe not even, I think divorce, it's interesting because I've got some 40-year-old divorced buddies and they have a much different perspective on life than even I do because they've had families.
Yeah.
Right. So I get a little bit of that from them, but I like hanging out with you because you're, like you said, you're fucking right in it right now. You're in the trenches.
Yeah.
So you just get a different viewpoint of the world. I do.
And I have friends that decided not to have kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times something will happen and they'll be like, oh, reason number 565 of not having kids and whatever. And I laugh every time because it's true. Like there's two sides to every coin, you know, there's good things and bad things about both. But I love like hearing the perspective of people who live differently than me. That's why I love when we have guests on, because it's just like, it's so interesting to me how different people's perspectives are. And I'm just in the probably last half of my life, I started realizing, oh, mine's maybe not the smartest one or the most informed one or the most well-rounded or the most compassionate. You know, I really like hearing things that I admire about other people and then trying to change the way I think in a positive way because of that. I think a lot of people could benefit more on just watching people's podcasts than watching the news.
Oh, yes.
Just to hear other people's perspectives.
Yeah. You know, I talk to, not radical, but back to the politic thing a little bit, but because I think 80% of us I identify as a moderate, which isn't sexy, right?
You're mid.
Yeah, you're mid. You're wishy-washy on your political views. But, you know, I have
vanilla.
I'm liberal in some stances and I'm conservative in some stances, and I like that because but I do enjoy talking to radical left liberals and radical conservatives
because they're passionate about it,
and it's like it's interesting.
Yeah,
I never thought, and you kind of look at it. Yeah, it's just I like observing and chatting with them.
Yeah,
just to get like, why do you feel so passionately that person's the enemy and you're right. What's that based in?
Yeah. Well, a lot of it goes back to their childhood.
Yeah, you're right. And I was having a really good conversation with somebody today at work, actually, and they say, you know, if your grandpa was a liberal, your dad's probably a liberal, and you'll probably be a liberal too, and your kids will, right? And it's the same thing. If you voted conservative, right? If you, and I kind of disagreed with him a little bit, because I said, well, it depends, because I know people that have come from very conservative families that are blue hair, living in Vancouver, like don't wear shoes. Yeah. Right. So that
but they've allowed themselves to be exposed to other perspectives.
Or they're just gone so, like they didn't like what was happening at home and they went so far the other way.
That's what I mean. They allowed themselves to be
but almost exposed. As a rebellious type of a thing. And I think that's like hippies were back in the 60s were they were thought of as the rebels. And they were just like,
who do you think are the rebels of today's society?
The rebels? Well, you're starting to see a lot more young people become conservative. And I think there was, and I'm talking, and it'd be interesting to talk to somebody that's like 20 or not, 15 to 20. I think some of them are starting to become a little bit more religious too. Maybe believing in faith. And maybe not just, they don't go to Catholic church every Sunday, but they actually believe in a...
Religion is evolving.
And a little bit of conservatism too, because it did go so far to the left there for a while, you know, with the transgender rights and like that was a big one. That was like, that has been in our psyche for the last, basically since 2017, 18, right? Like that was kind of the thing. And it got very, very, very far left, where you couldn't even have a discussion about it. It's just you're either for trans or you're a bigot and a racist and a Nazi. Yeah. Right. And it became. But I think people are starting to come back to the middle a little bit more, and you're starting to see a little bit more conservatism pop up and be like, let's just look at it as. I
think what a lot of the liberal, and I don't even know why I'm talking about politics.
It's good to talk about. And we might, everything, and I just wanted to, anybody watching, we might just be talking out of our ass, but at least we're having a conversation. And I think you have to have a conversation about politics. We might sound like complete retards.
Don't say that.
Right. But in the context of what we're talking about. Like there could be people saying, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Why are you even talking about it? But at least we're having a conversation.
Now, you cut me off and went on that rampage, and now I can't even remember what I was going to say about the liberals.
I'll give you time. Liberals.
I can't remember what I was going to say. Honestly. It was something along the lines of, it's not so much about, like, having to have, like, rights for everyone or whatever. I think it's just we have to allow people to have autonomy and decision over their own selves. I think that's what the whole liberal thing is swinging back into the center of.
Right. And I think that's more of almost a conservative way of maybe no, like autonomy over like freedom.
Personal autonomy.
I think back in the day that was a very liberal point of view, but now the liberals seem to be, and the left seems to be preaching that you're either with us or you're against us. And the conservative side, or the more, or be like, whoa, let's just back up.
But I think you're speaking in radical terms.
I don't think
those are the radical liberals.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
well, I shouldn't say radical, not radical liberal. But very, as soon as, and I've known some people where if you even start talking about these subjects, they will just shut you down. They don't want to debate. They don't want to talk about it. They will just say, no, you're wrong, and I'm not even going to talk to you about it anymore. It's like, okay. I'm not going to preach
childhood trauma.
I'm not going to preach at you, but I'd like to know why.
Some people don't want to know other people's opinions.
Yeah.
Honestly. And that's a shame, but
I think that is
the way
a shame.
It is. It's just the way it is. You just got to keep on being one of those people who does.
Yeah.
You just got to be the Martin Luther King of today and just show interest in your neighbor and show interest in your own community and show interest in bettering yourself. I think that's what we could all do to make the world a better place.
And I think you also can't be afraid to share your opinions with people, knowing that they might say that's wrong and here's why I think this. And you also have to be willing to be open-minded enough that maybe you are wrong. Maybe that isn't their best opinion. Maybe that's what you feel right in the moment, but maybe that isn't maybe that isn't the right way to view the world.
In the end, nobody wants to be told by someone else what to do. So
right. Including I don't want to be told by the government what to do.
If we could just melt all the butter so that everyone just slid together.
Yeah.
What? What?
There was something on, I was watching something and they asked ChatGPT a question and it said that, anyways, this is going to piss some people off. It said, well, these something about and this person could be pregnant. And the guy's like, no, you mean woman. The woman could be pregnant, not the person, the woman. And then the other person was like, well, you can't, I don't know. It's just, it's funny.
So what are your thoughts on that? See, you're getting all jokey now.
Well, I believe,
you don't want to say what you think.
I believe that there's two genders.
Yeah.
And you can identify as something else, but that doesn't make you that. Yeah, well, I'll call you a she or a they or something, if but I still think that you're a woman. Right?
Well, and that gets
or a he or a guy.
That gets into the whole argument on transgenders in sports,
right? And in public and in bathrooms and yeah.
No, but as like on the whole Olympic vein,
right?
Like,
well, that boxer,
yeah,
that completely kicked the shit, and we've talked about this before, kicked the shit out of every girl in the...
But she was born a woman.
No, she was born a man.
I don't think so.
She had X and Y chromosomes. It's proven. We can Google it.
Let's not. Let's save that for another show.
Yeah.
We should think about getting like who we're going to get on, because I think we should have a guest sometime.
Yeah, we should. I don't know who that would be. Should we spitball something right
Scott Moe.
Scott Moe. And Carla Beck.
The
NDP.
Yeah, I
lady.
know. I know. No, who's the one that I thought would be interesting? Can't remember now. Anyway, we'll think on it.
You know what's funny? The interesting guests are the ones that do have strong opinions about things.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's
For
like,
sure.
oh, you can't believe you said that, but
I know.
you did it.
Even our shows are boring when we just sit
When
here
we're
and
wishy-washy.
agree with each other, and we're just like
trying not to offend people, because we very much censor ourselves.
Well, we have to.
And we've talked about that.
Because we can get canceled.
Right.
But someday, if our show's big enough and we can say, even Joe Rogan can't even say whatever he wants.
Yeah, he can.
Can he?
Oh, yes.
What's the most ludicrous thing he's ever said that almost got him canceled?
There's a whole montage of him saying the N-word over, like, because he's had 2,500 episodes. And for like the last 12 years. And he got into trouble for saying the N-word.
Like way back in an old one or something?
No, in I think a fairly recent one. And then somebody made a montage of like all the times he said it over, and he had to apologize.
So why is he saying it? Like, is saying it colloquially or what?
Well, and that's the thing when you take like, what was the context of it? Was he saying it out? But, and you also have to, what did I just watch? I was watching a show that was made in like 2003 where a white guy said it on TV, like on the show, and the black guy was like, whoa, man. He's like, oh, sorry, my bad. But you wouldn't even be allowed to make a TV show with a white person saying that word anymore, right?
No.
Like it's changed. Like it was never right for a white person to say that word, but I don't know. It was, that it didn't get him canceled, but that was something that he.
Well, do you remember the whole movement? And it was sometime in the early 2000s. It was like that whole discussion of like, why can black people say it, but white people can't say it, right? Do you remember this whole big fiasco? And Oprah had Jay-Z on her show, and they were differing opinions about it. Like, Oprah doesn't think anyone should be using that word. She doesn't think it does justice for black people to be using the word about other black people. And Jay-Z had a completely differing opinion and saying that that was their way of like taking back the power of the word, and that's our word, and we can use it because we've earned the right to use it in whatever way we want. And there's all these arguments that I can't remember the ins and the outs, but I thought it was really interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
And two people that are black that are having that conversation.
Yeah.
Because you'll never have a three-headed panel where one of them's white and saying, "Why should we be able to use it?" Unless they're wearing a white hood.
Yeah. So I like conversations like that where it's like almost opinions you wouldn't expect.
But that's the whole thing about free speech, and you can't just go around saying derogatory words. Like I said, the R word tonight. You shouldn't say that. But you also shouldn't. Where was I going with this?
Derogatory words.
Yeah, you shouldn't go around saying them. And then just wait.
Just don't go around saying them.
Yeah. But to have conversation about a word, because now there's so many derogatory words and offensive words. But again, like the N word is offensive to every single black person. If a white person there's probably not one black person that says that's not offensive to me. Whereas there is a lot of words that are maybe only offensive to a very, very, very small minority of the people that it was intended to be offensive to.
Like what?
Like if you call to some people, like saying somebody's a Jew would be offensive. Like
that's not a very small.
Right, but most people are like, no, you can say I'm Jewish. You can call me a Jew. But to some Jewish people, they'd be like, no, that's offensive. Well, okay, so is it an offensive word or not? Right?
Yeah.
Like I don't like. There's so many gray areas on.
Do you get offended when people call you a ginger?
No, never, ever, ever. You can call me a redheaded stepchild, ugly ginger. I don't give two shits.
What?
Why would that offend me?
I'm just trying
no, I know, but it might
break it up.
But it might offend some gingers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, kick a ginger. Well, why are you bugging on us, right?
Kick a ginger day. Yeah, that's so mean.
I don't know. I don't get offended by anything. I don't think I've been.
Anything.
Like what would offend me? If you called me
a bad golfer,
that wouldn't offend me. Because I know it's not true, right? But if it was, I don't know. I don't find many things offensive. Like even like fat shaming, sometimes that can go down a. He's like, you're kind of looking chubby.
I find that offensive.
It's not offensive. It's true. And it's a hard dose of reality sometimes.
Well, who says they need your dose of reality? You think someone who's chubby doesn't know they're chubby? Sometimes you got to know when to shut the fuck up. Like that's offensive. That's offending someone. Like,
I don't think it's offensive.
Pointing out something that a person might be sensitive about is offensive.
But it's something you can correct.
Why is it up to you to tell someone that they need to correct it?
It's like, oh, Steve, you got a pointy nose. It's like, whatever. It's true. I got a little pointy nose, but I'm not fixing it.
Why is that something you should correct?
I'm not going to correct my pointy nose. But you can, if somebody's like, Steve, your shirt's looking a little tight there. You're getting a little chubby. It's like, You're right, and I should probably correct that.
That's offensive.
I don't find it offensive.
Oh, well, that's where we're different.
It kicks me in the ass a little bit to be like, okay, quit ordering pizzas on Saturday and Sunday nights.
I didn't say it wasn't true, but it's just because it's true doesn't make it not offensive.
But if somebody said, "Oh, hey, Steve, you're a fat," I'd be like, "Well, I know that's not true, so that's right." Like I don't know. It doesn't offend me.
Okay.
I don't know. Being offended. Some people get offended very, very easily, and I just would like to understand why they get offended so easy.
Because they're sensitive about something.
Okay. Why are you sensitive about it?
I don't know. Are you asking me personally?
Yeah, no, like if there's something that if I called you something.
If you called me chubby, I would be offended because that's something that I am sensitive about because I've struggled with it. And I certainly wouldn't need you to tell me I was chubby because I fucking know.
Right.
So that's offensive to me that you would think that I am so blind that I don't see that for myself, that I need you to come and tell me that. That's offensive to me.
Okay.
You know?
No, that makes sense.
Or if someone would tell me that I was lazy and I didn't clean my house, I would be offended by that because I know that I do clean my house and I'm not lazy. But
if somebody tells me I'm lazy and I don't clean my house, I'm like, yeah, you're right. Like there's fucking dust bunnies
but
everywhere.
I mean, that's what I'm saying is like there's just because someone says it doesn't mean it's true, or just because it's true doesn't mean it's not offensive. You know, there's so many different ways you can look at it.
The whole concept of being offended, I don't know. Like I said before, some people get offended really easily and some people don't get offended real easily. And what's the difference between those two humans?
Well, I guess people who get offended care what other people think.
Think about them.
And people who don't get offended by anything don't care what other people think of them. Like, you don't care if someone thinks you're chubby. I do. Because I care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I care. I know that it's not, I'd rather not be chubby. But if you just say, "Oh, Steve, you're kind of a little chubby lately," I was like, yeah.
Then you obviously don't care that they think that you're chubby.
Right.
I do. You know what I mean?
Okay.
One isn't right and one isn't wrong.
Yeah. No, I get it. Okay.
Chew on that for a while.
I'm not gonna go around blatantly saying offensive things to people because I do understand
just laying
that
40-second farts.
Right. Well, farting in front of people. Some people think it's hilarious.
Get super offended.
Some people think it's super offensive to do it.
It's funny how different families are like that. You know, like some families will fart all over the place and that make it a competition, and it's just hilarious. And some families, if you would fart in front of someone, they would be so offended and just like gobsmacked and be like, "Can't believe you just did that."
Or swearing.
Yeah. Well, I was raised that way. You didn't swear, you didn't fart. If you someone would let a fart go at the dinner table or something accidentally, like you were in so much trouble. Like, go to the bathroom. You know? And you never swore in front of your parents or anything like that. And then you'd go to someone else's house and it was just like a feral free for all. And it was like, what is going on? People are different. People have different comfort levels, you know?
That's interesting. I've noticed that too growing up. What exactly you just said, because I was raised a lot like you. Don't fart at the table. Don't swear. But my dad would swear and fart all the time, but I couldn't.
Well, and that being said, like we were raised by that, but then Janelle and I will just rip farts off each other all the time. You know, like you get older, you make your own rules.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Just because you were raised that way doesn't necessarily mean you're always going to be that way. But like, different households have different ways of being.
But you also identify that could be offensive to some people. So you might not do it around other folks.
I won't rip one off your leg.
Right.
Because although you told me you're not offended by anything. So.
That's true. Yeah, but that's the thing. So you know that, okay, if you go over to, say you meet your boss and his or her wife and they invite you over to dinner, you're not just going to be over there farting and throwing F-bombs around the dinner table.
Of course not.
Yeah.
No.
But if they start doing it, then you're going to start doing it.
No. No. I only fart in front of certain people. How do you feel about farting in relationships?
I don't like it.
I know. Okay, so
I don't like it at all.
I used to be much more farty.
Yeah.
And then I realized that that's pretty much when the romance dies. Is like when and lots of people would disagree with me. Lots of people disagree with me. But for me, I just feel like if we're just sitting there farting in front of each other, yes, it means we're comfortable together, but I don't want to be that comfortable. You know, I like having a little bit of mystery and a little bit of like, I don't know. I'll fart in front of you if I have to, but I'm not just going to be like having a competition.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you're giving her back.
Whereas I used to be that person. Yeah. I've gotten a little more couth in my old age.
Well, good for you.
Personal growth.
I don't like it either. It's definitely not sexy.
I know some couples who say they've never farted in front of each other.
Yeah.
Ever. And like we talk about balance, I don't know that that's necessarily necessary, like to just hold them in all the time. Like if you got to fart, you got to fart. And sometimes it's funny. Like I get a good kick out of like a hilarious sounding fart. So like I'll fart in front of my kids or anyone else other than my partner usually, if I can help it. Because it's just like some things you just got to hang on to.
I think it's, back to the offensive thing. It's kind of offensive to your partner, but it might not be offensive to a friend.
Well, it depends on the partner. I've been with people who think it's hilarious. I've been with people who are like, gross.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. And like to each their own. I don't judge either way because I used to be a person who didn't care if people farted around me, and then I became a person and I was just like, gross. Like, you know. So
we've had a lot of fart talk tonight.
It's
another good fart episode, everybody. I love it.
Change the name of the podcast.
Flatulence.
Fartatonics.
It's funny when you hear about comedians when they first started out. They all start out with fart and dick jokes.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Never gets old.
It's just it's something that everybody has in common.
Well, it's funny,
and it is funny. Farts are funny.
Dicks are funny.
Dicks are funny. Yeah. That's like you could say dicks are funny, but you can't say a lady's genitals are funny.
Vaginas are funny because they're not funny.
Well,
but a dick just like flops around and it just like there's so many. I don't know. They're just comical. Like lots of people draw them all the time. You know, you don't ever sit there and draw a badge.
One of the greatest movies of all time.
Super bad.
Rest in peace, funny comedies.
Like how many people have woken up with a dick drawn on their face after a night of partying? Probably lots.
People that party.
Because it's funny to draw a dick on someone's
People
face.
that don't party probably never. It'd be offensive to somebody that doesn't party and doesn't get dick and fart
Actually,
jokes.
maybe that's what we should call our podcast. Does this offend you?
Offensive.
On the offensive.
Offensive foul.
So many names. Okay.
Getting out of here?
I think so. What do you think?
Yep. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was fun.
Another Thursday in the books. This is episode number 69.
What is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah. You didn't tell me that. That offends me.
What's the significance of that number, Leanne? Or Leanne.
Leanne. You must have these conversations with Leanne.
Maybe.
Do you run through our topics for the evening with Leanne first?
No. She's my work.
Your work wife?
Not work wife, but work buddy.
All right.
Okay. Bye.